and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. Click the link. Click the link now. Lynn, did they click the link? I think you clicked the link. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome back for more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. We are super duper happy to have you here. So come on in, go tell a friend. And as I always say, make sure you have your pen and your notepad. You know why? Because I always say no matter where I am and no matter where I go, when I start the show, you need to have your pen and your notepad. Why? Because note takers are money makers. And you're definitely going to need your notepad and the pen tonight because we have an awesome show for you tonight. We've got Hillary Gooden. Y'all know her. She is the bouncing lymphologist helping you get your lymphatic system in gear. And you see how I'm holding on to the pen? Because I'm a note taker, baby. I'm a note taker. And then on top of that, we have the remarkable CEO of Rugger Wellness, Miss Angela Elting. And of course, we have Bernardo Garcia, the hypnotist, and he's going to help you hypnotize your drive. But first and foremost, I want you to come on in. Tell a friend, because I'm about to go backstage. Y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to get my friend Lynn Harriet DeVerges, because Lynn does what? Lynn helps us win. So guess what? You know, I can't speak enough about our guests, but I want to speak about you. So this is what you need to do. When you come into the show, go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from. So let me check in. Hey there, Henry. Good to see you from Florida. I see Darnell all the way from Washington. So I know you guys are ready to start the show. And so I'm going to step aside. And here we go. Be right back. Hello and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. Click the link. Click the link now. Lynn, hi. How are you? Can you hear us? I don't know if she can hear us. Can you hear us, Lynn? Can you hear us, Lynn? Lynn may be frozen, but that's okay. She'll be back and she'll be on her way. Now, since Lynn has been frozen, I'm going to wait for a couple minutes because you know the party don't get started until Lynn Harriet DeVerges shows up. And some of you have been having computer problems, so you know exactly what I mean. So if you've not met my co-host yet, she is Lynn Harriet DeVerges, all the way from California, and she is the CEO of Center of Light Miracles. And now, maybe we just had a miracle occur, because guess what? Lynn is here. Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Lotus. Yes, it is a miracle that my internet went off and came back on. For those of you that don't know, it has been 2 weeks of Wi-Fi challenges with the provider that I have. We have done everything possible, but hopefully it will be serviced by this weekend. So thank you so much for your patience. As I always say, technology is a most beautiful thing when it works.
Yes.
So,
Yes, that's the truth. So, Lynn, we've got a wonderful broadcast for everybody tonight. So, folks, if you haven't liked, shared, and started a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, go on and tell somebody because we've got a great show for you tonight. So, Lynn, one of the first people that we bring on, I know a little bit about him and you know a little bit about him. So, let's put that little together and make a lot as you tell us who we have that's coming to join us first this evening.
all right. So our first guest this evening is Angela Elting, and she is actually the CEO of Rutgers Wellness. Thank you. I couldn't think of the second part. She actually was captain of the Rutgers team in Japan. And this young lady knows a little bit or a lot, really, about health and wellness in terms of even cooking some very flavorful, savory foods. Oh my gosh. As
Yes.
well as exercise and just how we need to take care of ourselves. And so we're excited to have Miss Elting on with us this evening.
All right.
Then, shall I say who else is going to be on?
I thought you was gonna go backstage and get her.
Then I guess I should, and then we'll let the other guests who are coming on come on afterwards. That
Yeah,
sounds
that's what I think. Go, you gonna go get her?
well. I'll go get her.
Go
All right.
get her.
See you in
Go
a
get
minute. Okay.
her.
All right.
Y'all, we gonna go get her. Y'all want to bring her out? Put a 2 in the comment block below. Put a 2 in the comment block below. Oh, Angela Elting, wherefore art thou?
Right here.
There she is. All right. All right. Hi, Miss
All
Elting.
right.
How
Hello,
are you?
hello. How are you? How's everyone?
Good. Doing great. It's always good to see you. Glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And see, some of our fans out there are
Me
also anxious to see you and hear from you. So how have you been? How are things going?
Everything is going wonderful. Thank you for asking. The weather is nice and cool. We've been able to kind of get out a little bit and just relax. Um, work is work, and we just enjoy the pleasure.
All right.
Awesome.
That's that's a good thing.
It's good to have you here on the show. And we've got Hillary Gooden all the way from Chicago. She just put in there that she started a watch party. Henry Wall put in number 2. Excuse me. And Harris Tay put in a number 2 all the way from the Philippines. So thank you for your twos.
Thank you.
And we're happy to have you. So appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, Angela, you know, we've got another sensational person that's about to come on tonight. We've heard them do commercials. We've heard them do all kinds of wonderful things. But tonight, I think he's gonna help us with some what? What's he gonna help us with?
Hypnosis.
Hypnosis. So
Hypnosis.
since you know that, do you want to go ahead and introduce our next guest?
Sure. I have the wonderful pleasure to introduce our next speaker. He is a former president, CEO at the Imperial Palace Hall Incorporated, and a famous hypnotist. If you don't know him by now, you will today. He is also an international best-selling author and speaker, our well-known Bernardo Garcia.
Hey, Bernardo.
Hello, hello. Thank you for the invite. I'm so happy to be with you all today. And it's always a pleasure to be with you girls. It gives me so much energy. And I wish I could be with you more often. But, well, thank God that we're here today with you all.
Awesome. Happy to have you. Happy to have you. So, Lynn, you know it's time. It's always time to win here at News You Can Use. And we have someone else that's about to grace us on this platform. Lynn, you want to share who we have coming out next?
No, I think we've had her on before. And yes, she's queen of the bounce. lymphologist Hillary Gooden. So we're excited to have her here. There she is.
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight?
Woo! Hillary.
Bouncing, bouncing.
Bouncing.
You
Yes.
don't have to come in bouncing.
You look absolutely fabulous. You do look like the queen up there bouncing
Thank
and
you.
making it happen. That's right. Hey.
All
Hello,
right, I
everybody.
love it. Because she
Looking
always
forward to
coming
tonight's
ready. She
topic.
always coming ready.
Mhm.
And if you don't know much about the lymphatic system, it's no problem because we didn't know as much as we know now about the lymphatic system. But now, thanks to our queen of the bounce, lymphologist Hillary Gooden, we've learned a lot. So we want to get right into the show and thank each and every one of you for being here this evening. And so, Lynn, I know you had a few questions that you wanted to ask our wonderful guests. So happy that you could be here. And I think we're going to start right off, I guess, with Miss Hillary. Are we starting with Miss Hillary tonight?
We can start off with Miss Hillary. Yeah, we could do that. And we can
Or we're going to go right to being hypnotized. I mean,
okay. Now, it's such a toss up. I almost feel like flipping a coin because they're both so fantastic.
flip a coin.
And it's great to have it. Well, if I had a coin, I would. Maybe I'll flip my phone. But but I tell you what, why don't we start with Bernardo and hear all about hypnotism and just kind of help us get into that right mindset. And then we can go right into the bounce and wake our lymphatic system up. And I think we'll have the total mind, body, health, and healing kind of situation going on. How about that?
You know, I love that because last time we did that and we brought Hillary on later on, people was talking about how well they slept that night. So that's what we gonna do. So look, folks, we gonna take a quick break and we gonna come right back with Mr. Bernardo Garcia, the hypnotist, and we gonna get right into it. Until we get back, don't have no slack. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeBurgess. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeBurgess. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeBurgess. Click the link. Click the link now. All right.
Okay, so we have some people in the house. Miss Kiyomi, it's good to see you. Hello, how you doing? And Greg Ford, Greg and Larry say hi from Riverside, California. Hey guys, good to see you here. And Toyomi, also from California. Toyomi, it's great to see you. How you doing?
And we got a question already.
Okay, so from Harris Tay. So Bernardo, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. I see you already have the music is going. We're getting into that nice, easy mode.
First of all, let's take a deep breath so everybody can relax. How about that? Inhale. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and exhale. As you continue breathing, 3 more breaths. And when you do exhale, just let out all the stress, all the stress in your body as you continue breathing deeply. feeling thankful, relaxed, and calm. And what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is a state where we can go into our subconscious mind and we go into that state of relaxation from our conscious mind into our subconscious mind. And we can go into blockages, memories, beliefs that we've been having. And most of the times, and many of the times, these beliefs that we catch on from our parents or the people that we were raised with, we believe them so much, but at the same time, it can be good, but it can be very bad for us. So hypnosis is as simple as just going into a state of relaxation. What I like to compare hypnosis is when we go to the movies, to a theater, and we go and see a movie. You're so calm and so relaxed, and you go into this beautiful state of relaxation. As simple as that.
Awesome. Wow. That was a great explanation, because a lot of times people are not sure. I want to say hi to Sachiko-san, all the way from Torrance, California. We are so happy to have you. Happy you're here. And my friend, Mr. Scott Heron. Hey, Scott, all the way from Los Angeles. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. So if you like what Mr. Bernardo Garcia, he's our hypnosis. All right, y'all.
Hypnotist.
He's our hypnotist, and he's sharing some extra awesome information with us. So go ahead, like, share, and start a watch party. Go and tell somebody who we've got on the show tonight. So with that being said, we already had someone ask the question, what is hypnosis? So Lynn, you want to chime in and ask Bernardo the next question we've got for him?
Basically, how can hypnosis help people free themselves from the internal things that negatively affect them?
When we go into the state of relaxation, we're able to cross that barrier, which I call the from the conscious mind into the subconscious mind, and those negative beliefs that we've carried or caught on by the people that we grew up or were raised. We can start releasing them. The hypnotist's job is to repattern those beliefs and change them while in the state of relaxation and put the positive beliefs, positive ideas. That's one of the reasons that hypnosis can help you release stress, fears, negativity, emotions, but can also help children in many ways to focus and concentrate.
Oh, okay. So you were just saying with children too, because people don't always think about children being able to be hypnotized.
I have, can I share a story of my granddaughter? She's 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
In 2019, my daughter called me and she was crying. My daughter told me, you know what? The teacher called me. My daughter is not passing certain classes. Obviously, we can help through hypnosis on the focus and concentration, but I can also do the attention deficient disorders for children that have ADD. I was able to hypnotize her 3 times to increase her concentration and her focus while being in the state of relaxation, which is hypnosis. And I was able to repattern that, to kind of create. I told her for her to create an imaginary remote control, just like the TV remote control. And I told her there's an on and off. And every time you're in class, you're gonna shut off everyone else except the voice of your teacher. 2019, this year, my granddaughter passed all her classes, 90s and 100s.
That's excellent. Wow. Wow. And I love that analogy of using the remote control, because in essence, that's what it is when you're talking about hypnosis as well.
Exactly.
I do have another question for you, and
Yes.
that is because it's a redirecting of the subconscious
A
mind.
subconscious mind.
Yes, through the relaxation, it goes through the conscious into the subconscious mind,
Correct.
relaxation.
Correct.
How long does it take, or how many sessions, I should say, does a person need where you are walking them through this process? Like, let's say someone knows that maybe they have a problem with drinking, or they have a lot of anxiety around like taking tests. Kids
Correct.
have that anxiety too. So how
Correct.
many sessions does it take for it to do what I call stick? In other words, where a person is not reverting back to the subconscious patterns.
No, normally, first of all, every person is different. And every time that I have clients call me and they ask me how many sessions am I going to be needing, I normally suggest 3 sessions
Mm-hmm.
once a week. But every person is very different. My granddaughter, with 2 sessions, she was able to change. Like you said, anxiety. I have had clients that with 3 sessions, they're completely done. They're well. But I have other clients that have had 8 and I'm still working on them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because every human is different. Everybody is different. And it all depends for how long you have had all this. It's like when you have a trauma, when there's been sexual abuse, violence, physical violence. It all depends. Alcohol, drugs. I've been helping I have a lot of smokers. With smoking, normally I take 3 to 6 sessions and they're done. But there's some I had from all the years that I've been practicing hypnosis, I have 2 cases that they still go back. They do not smoke the whole package like they used to. They would smoke a package or 2 a week. Now they're maybe like 5, 6 cigarettes, but we have not been able to take them off. But then again, they were not very open with me. And now I found out that they had other issues.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very important that when we do the cognitive therapy, before we start the hypnosis, we do the cognitive therapy. If the client does not open up to the hypnotist or to the, we're not going to know which route, which techniques to use. There's numerous techniques that we can use because I do not only use hypnosis. I also use NLP, neuro linguistic programming.
Mm-hmm.
Through the neuro linguistic programming, through the hypnosis, through the life coach, through the counseling, I mix them. And that's the difference when a lot of people say, well, I this week and last week has been very difficult because I've had situations. I had a very special case, and I'm just going to talk about the situation because everybody's private. I had a 11-year-old child where her mom says we're having problems on her concentrating in not obviously the mom thought because of this the Zoom
The
the
new school classroom
the new
situation.
school. She says my daughter's not being able to concentrate. She's doing real bad. I'm very frustrated, and her teacher already called me. Her mom was saying that it was the technology and through the Zoom and all this, the classes. When I started speaking to the child, I discovered that it was not the Zoom, it was the technology. She's great. She knows it even better than me.
Mm-hmm.
There was something very deep in there. She has a stepfather, and I'm not going to go into too much, but
Yes.
but it was not the technology. It was not. So when I started working with her, it was amazing how she broke up when she was in the state of relaxation, and she was able to see clearly what would happen during the night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you would ask her without being in the state of hypnosis, she was not able to know. She goes, I don't know what's going on.
Too much trauma. Her brain, her conscious mind did not want to comprehend the trauma of whatever was taking.
And that's why we needed to go into the subconscious mind.
Yes, yes. That makes a lot of sense. And it sounds like from what you're saying that because everyone's individual with all the things that you combine, that each person that sees you also receives kind of a different combination of what they need specifically, which is so beautiful because, as you said, no two people are alike. And that way a person knows that they're able to receive what they need for themselves. And I would agree with you. I am not I do hypnotize people, but I'm not a hypnotist like you are. So I just want to clarify that. And it really is important that many of the patterns and the habits and the emotional upset and negativity is due to something other than the symptom. Like it shows up in these ways in people's lives. So just like we have symptoms of overeating chocolate cake, you're going to gain weight, you know? So that the weight gain is a symptom of, you know, what's really going on deeper levels.
But many of the times, Lynn, when we talk about weight, and I also do weight loss because I also handle it through the hypnosis. But many of the times I've had ladies say, I've been gaining weight. I've been gaining 6-7 pounds every month. And I don't know what it is. I'm exercising. I'm going to the gym. I have a very balanced meals. But there's a big anxiety or big depression that it may had occurred 10, 20 years ago, but it's barely trying to come out. I had a situation where a lady was 50-some years old, and she started getting all this anxiety, rashes all over her body. She went to the doctor, and she couldn't remember. After we were able to go really deep on her fourth session. On her fourth session, she started crying like you don't have an idea. And she kept telling me, I know what's going on. I was 13 years old. I was walking through an alley, and she started speaking, telling me everything that occurred.
That's beautiful.
And when she released it, and I kept telling her, okay, obviously it's a very strong and very private, but there are very strong cases in every situation. It's amazing that I was able to do it on the fourth, because I kept on saying, oh my God, I'm not seeing a difference with this lady. But on the fourth one, I was able to go very deep, because I also want to clarify one thing. Stage hypnosis is one thing. Clinical hypnosis is another. I know how to do stage hypnosis. I know how to do the catalepsy, where you are very still, that I can take you on the air and everything. But
I actually saw a video where you did that, and it was mind-blowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And stage hypnosis, you can take me on stage, and I'm gonna make you believe that which is your favorite singer, Lynn?
Oh, Martha High, of course.
Martha High. Okay, Mark. And I'm gonna take you into the state of hypnosis, and I'm gonna tell Lynn, now you're Martha High, and you're ready to make your performance, and you're gonna start doing it. And you're gonna believe you are.
If I could sound like her, that would be a miracle.
And so, talking about miracles, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about some more miracles, but we're also going to take a couple of questions that a few folks are having. So,
thank you.
Lynn may not be hypnotized right now, and she may not be Martha High right now, but we're going to take a break and give you a quick treat. We'll be right back. Make sure you check out the Goddess of Soul, Martha High.
Now, I could sound like her, Bernardo. Oh,
I can make you dance like her.
like her. If I could sing like her, that would be the miracle. Yes, and
Well, if you know the lyrics, I can make you dance and sing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to match it or not.
I love it. It's awesome. So let's get right into a couple of the comments that some folks have made because they got some interesting questions. I'm gonna go right to this question from Angie. She says, "There's underlying trauma waiting to be unrevealed, and that's unraveled. I should say. I'm putting what I want to put in there, but unraveled because it's kind of like an onion that you kind of got to peel back." And you don't know until you really start getting into layers, like you were explaining about the child. You know, there was a lot of things that she had suppressed and probably regressed that we, they didn't know. So I want to ask you about regression because I think you talked about regression earlier. Can you tell us what is regression?
First of all, I want to clarify that regression, I don't use it on everybody. It has to be a very strong situation. And regression is taking the person back to the moment in which I've done it and I use it when I see the need. On the lady that I told you that I did 4 sessions, I had to do regression. And I took her when she was young and I took her to the situation. But we need to be the hypnotist. We need to be very, very careful because we need to know when to pull them out.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know, but it's not only about pulling them out, but it's about repairing what occurred to make it the negative into a positive. So when you bring her out, she won't feel the pain or the, how do you call it in Spanish? Uh,
Hablando
el dolor.
español, por favor.
Ok, hablando español, cuando hacemos la regresión es importantísimo que hagamos la reparación antes de sacar el paciente para que no vaya a regresar con el mismo dolor, el mismo trauma y para poder que se sienta libre, liberado.
Por favor, inglés.
Okay, it is very important that when we do the regression, that we do the repairing and change it into a positive, so we can bring the client back, and so they can feel and the freedom that they freed that they trauma that they went through. In many occasions, if sometimes I've done it like 3 times where a child has been sexually abused and it is a child, I personally like when it's a child, I like to kind of make a blockage. Why? And it's a lot of the people say, no, you're not supposed to do that. And yes, it is not very recommended. The only reason that I've done it, it's like if I have a 9-year-old, I don't want that 9-year-old child to be remembering that she was sexually abused all her life.
Right.
So I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I test it? When I have the following session, I ask, assuming that her name is Maria, and I ask her, Maria, I'm gonna ask you some questions today. I know that this is your 4th or 5th session with me. Have there's been any domestic violence in your house? No. Has anybody done anything to you? And then I have this form that I go through the questions, and I have kind in there, have you ever been sexually abused or touched or in different wording? And they say no. And I keep, so none of these questions that I'm asking you, nobody has touched you. Nobody has done to you anything. Nobody. But once I do that, and I only do it, obviously with the permission of the parents, I speak to them and I ask them and I tell them, this is what happened. You want me to do this? And the mom or the father say yes, because that way, when they grow up, they don't grow up thinking they become teenagers, or when they become moms, they don't have this, even though they released it, even though they still remember it, we kind of block it.
Right. So I've got a comment that I want to share. Harris says, hypnosis is good therapy that typically recovers your memories and allow modifying your behavior. I really like that because what you just talked about, he's really spot on. But I want to also show this one because he showed this earlier, because you made a clear distinction between what people see on television and what reality is. And so he said, oh, thanks for the information, Bernardo. I thought it was just something that I usually see on TV, because a lot of people, they look at somebody and they snap their finger and they fall out, but that's really not what it's about. And how you explained it was superb.
Yes.
And I'm going to also take this right here. Let me go back to Henry. Henry, thank you so much. He said hypnosis will let your brain relax. I love that. And hola, amiga, ¿cómo estás? And Miss Rosemary Sanchez,
Rosemary,
love to have you. Amigo, muy feliz de verte.
súper feliz de ver a mi amiga, hermana querida Rosemary Sánchez. Un saludo, te quiero mucho.
All right.
So, and I want to clarify that because a lot of people have the belief, Lotus and Lynn and Angela, that hypnosis is something that is just on TV, that people are faking it, and it is not true. And I spoke to you in your show, how did Bernardo got familiarized? How did Bernardo come across hypnosis? Mm-hmm. When I lost my son in 2013, a very close friend of mine, John Milton, he's a Latino. He's a very, very famous hypnotist, but he uses hypnosis on stage, and he makes a lot of money, by the way. A lot of money.
That's more entertainment. Yeah,
it's entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very thankful to him because I'm always going to be very thankful. When he did it on my wife and me, because of how we lost our child, he was able. I had more than 7 psychologists coming to treat my wife and me, and they didn't do a good job. And through hypnosis, he was able to help my wife release and move on. So that's how I became so interested in hypnosis. And that's when I went to HMI in California, and I got certified. And I learned it. And then I went through Richard Butler to learn all the neurolinguistic, Dr. Richard Butler. So I got certified to Dr. Richard Butler, and HMI. I got all the certifications for the hypnosis. But so it does work because I saw it in my family. I saw it in me. I've seen it in the past years, how I've been able, obviously, first it's God, and I'm just an instrument. Mm-hmm. But God, I always put everything on God first. So, but hypnosis does work. Unfortunately, we made this belief, and many people has made this belief because of the hypnotists that do stage hypnosis, and they have the belief that it's just fake and it's just people pretending to do a show.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true. That's why that entertainment piece, again, is for entertainment, but people who know how to use it for entertainment purposes are also really good clinical hypnotists, but they may not use it for clinical purposes all the time. So,
and I'll tell you why.
More entertainment.
And I'm going to be very blunt about it. If I go on stage hypnosis, like my friend, he brings in 5,000 people. He charges $80, $100 a ticket. Multiply that. Mm-hmm. I charge $100 for 2 hours.
Right.
So, but yeah. I'm not doing it for the money because I have other businesses that I do. So yes, I obviously, all of us need the money, but thank God I have other businesses that I'm very successful in. So I'd rather stick to the clinical hypnosis where if I can help people, I'd rather help them because I can easily go on stage, have 1,000 people, charge $100 each, and I made how much at one night?
It's 50,000.
So
In one
let
night.
me ask you this, Bernardo. I've actually seen you on video hypnotizing people, and I think it's phenomenal. And you've been on the Lotus Rocher Ignite show. We had great dialogue about it. We've shared some of your videos and things of that nature. And so I'd really love to have you come back, right?
Okay.
Have you come back and also maybe have someone or work with someone who may be dealing with some crises. Would you be open to that if someone kind of emailed us or anything
Sure.
like that? Would you be
Sure.
open?
Sure, and
Okay.
I'm willing. If you wanna on your next show, whatever, if you want to, we can raffle out therapy through Zoom on a
All
one-to-one
right.
basis with that client. We can announce it, and you can put the guidelines, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
One or two therapies will give them free, totally free. So
All right.
as long as they're serious about it, and
Mhm.
if they have a fear, anxiety, insomnia, trauma, whatever they want to do, either for an adult or a child, as long as it's through your program, I'm willing to give it free.
Thank you so much. So, Bernardo, you and I, we're going to talk. We're going to get this nailed down. And in the next broadcast, which is this coming Friday, folks, we're going to have this special offer for you. But for now, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and get body bumping and do some bouncing with the queen of the bounce, the lymphologist herself.
Yes.
I mean, she looks like the queen that she is tonight. She showed up like, she's ready. So we're going to let her work us out because we have been striving to help people get their lymphatic system moving. So we're going to take a quick break and play a commercial for you, and we're coming right back. Welcome to the Lotus Rocher Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. All right, we played that wonderful commercial for you so you can get ready. And as you see, we're still getting ready. So if you need more time to get ready, guess what? Lynn Harris Diversions and Lotus Rocher is going to help you on the way to get prepared. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus Rocher and Lynn Harris Diversions. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Rocher and Lynn Harris Diversions. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Rocher and Lynn Harris Diversions. Click the link. Click the link now.
Now, Lotus,
All right.
my Azumio. And if
We
anybody
are
else
back.
that hasn't, you want to drink your Azumio first, gives you a little more stamina, energy, hydrates you. And then when you're done, you're not as sore. It helps eliminate that lactic acid buildup so your muscles feel a little bit better. So if you've got your Azumio, grab your pouch. Ooh, there's a glare on that. Grab your pouch, take a few swigs, and we'll get started bouncing.
All right. We don't own the rights to this zap. It's called More Bounce to the Ounce. So while you jumping, the queen of the bottom of the bounce, Miss Hillary Gooden, our lymphologist is gonna lead us in the bounce. So here we go. Let's get your bounce on, everybody.
All right, come on. You got your rebounder outdoor mini
Those of you
trampoline.
that want to do the
Let's just bounce
squats,
for a few.
here we go. Hello and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. We got another spectacular show for you that's gonna. All right, I don't know why we went to commercial, folks, but guess what? That was a quick second break. Let's go. 10 squats. Let's get it. Y'all ready? Here we go. 1 and up and down and up. Lynn, count. 1 and up. Oh, go ahead, Lynn. Go ahead, Lynn.
You need
Girl.
No, let's, okay.
Oh,
6
that's right.
and up
Woo! Go ahead, Lynn.
and up. 8
Ah.
and up. 9.
How many we got, more? Woo! 1 more.
And up.
That's right.
11.
All
Up.
right, one more set. Let's do it.
12. And up. 13. And up. 14. And up.
Ah.
And up. 16. And up. 17. Up. 18. 19. Hold it. 1.
Oh, you making us work hard,
5. And up. And 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up.
Woo!
Right, yeah.
All right, so I'm ready to jump a little bit. Let's switch places. Those of you that were doing the squats, switch over and do the jumping. Those of you that were doing the jumping, do the squats. Let's go. Angie's gonna lead this one.
I'm gonna leave.
Yep.
All right, here we go. 20. Down and up. Down and 2. Down and 3.
Showing you with the squats again.
Down and 4. Down and 5. Down and 6. Down and 7.
All right.
Down and 8. Down and 9.
Wait a minute.
Down and 10. One more set. Down and 11. Down and 12. Down and 13. Down and 14. Down and 15. Last 5. Down and 16. Down and 17. Down and 18. Down and 19. And down. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come up.
All right. I love it. So look, Hillary always works us out. And see, Hillary's still bouncing because she probably bounces every single day. So look, Hillary, can you tell them a little bit about the bottom of the bounce and why it's so important?
The bottom of the bounce is where you are helping your lymphatic system by allowing the check valves to open and allow that good lymph fluid to rush up in the body. Because the lymphatic system does not have a pump, it counts on you to move the body. Physically move the body, do breathing exercises that help move the lymphatic system and cause that fluid, it comes upward in the body. So at the bottom of the bounce, things open, the fluid can rush up, activate those vessels, and that's where the magic happens inside your around your cells. So
I love that. You said the bottom of the bounce is where the magic happens. I love it because you know what? I never knew that until we started doing this every week. And I appreciate it. And so those of you that's joining us, just remember, just do as much as you can do. And like Lynn was saying earlier, make sure you have some water so you stay hydrated. Now, we got to tell you, we are not medical doctors or anything like that. So please consult with your physician prior to taking any supplements or doing any type of exercise, okay? Because you want to make sure that you're in optimal health. Again, we are not medical doctors, so please consult with your physician prior to taking any type of supplements or doing any exercise. Now, Lynn, we get this question from time to time about the Azumio water. And people say, well, the water, what's in it? So can you tell them a little bit about the water and what's in it? I think you're muted, Lynn.
All right.
Here we go.
The water is filtered spring water, very fresh. And what's in the water is an actual hydrogen gas supplement. Hydrogen gas is a supplement in that it goes into the DNA of every cell and it neutralizes free radicals, harmful free radicals that causes aging and disease and many other things. And so with the Zumio, what it really does is it helps to absolutely balance your body so your body can move more easily into its own homeostasis condition.
Yes.
And that's why it's so phenomenal, because it breaks through the blood-brain barrier. It has 150 different benefits to the body. And this is what scientists have discovered. And they're still researching and discovering even more ways that it really helps the body. And for those of you that may be at an age where you remember the atomic bomb and you're like, oh, isn't hydrogen dangerous? No. Hydrogen gas is not dangerous at all for the body. It's not toxic. It's colorless. It's odorless. And H2, which is hydrogen, is found in, regular water, in our soil, in the air. It's found everywhere in nature. So since we've been breathing it, and we do breathe it every day, this just has higher concentrations that actually work to benefit your body. So that's what's in my water of Azumio.
All right. I love it. I love it.
Wow.
I love it. And someone said, Miss Roche, you're not in shorts today. No, not today. And Henry Wall said, how many bouncing should we do every day? Miss Hillary, how often should people bounce each day?
well, I suggest at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. If you feel like you can only do a couple of minutes, that's fine. If you feel like you can do 20 minutes, that's fine. Like you said, so someone said earlier, do what you can do. With the
Right.
lymphatic system, it does not take much to activate it as far as the bouncing is concerned. So if you want to do some in the morning, you want to break it up and do some in the afternoon, you want to do some before you go to bed, eat whatever's going to work for you. If you're at your office or you have your trampoline set up in your office, or where you can just get up after you've been sitting for over an hour working on your computer, get up, do a little bit of bouncing. That's going to help you to be able to think clearer and continue on with whatever it is that you're doing, give you more energy and all that.
Awesome.
So whatever works for you. Some people count their bounces. So, someone asked me the other day, I was saying it last week, asked me, well, do you do like 800 bounces? It sounded like, ooh, 800 bounces. I don't know if that's how many I do, But then when I did count it, 800 bounces was like 10 minutes. So in some cases, you may be doing well over that, and you may use that to challenge yourself too. So whatever works for you.
And Henry said, from hypnosis to bouncing, bring it on. and here we've got a couple of comments. Miss Sanchez said, my international best-selling authors love you always. I cherish your success always, X's and O's. And she said, love how much you care for people, amigo. Likewise, all of you who really care and appreciate helping others. I am so blessed to call you Lotus Richey, Lynn Harry Divergence, and Bernardo Garcia, and of course, Angela Elty, and now her new friend that helps her win, Miss Hillary Gooden. Thank you so much, Rosemary Sanchez. We love you and we appreciate you as well. All right, fantastic. Appreciate to call you all friends. And we are happy and delighted to call you friends as well. I appreciate it. And I guess, Lynn, I guess next week I need to have on some shorts.
I think you should. You have to show your legs off again next week. And definitely better you than me. So
and Angela said, phew, that was a nice workout.
It was. I wasn't expecting to bounce and do the squats as well. But how was it for you, Lynn? Because you did double squats.
it was good. It was good. My thighs are already feeling like they're pow.
How about for you, Bernardo? Because you were kind of bouncing on your own.
Yes.
For you.
Exactly.
You kind of improvised.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to kind of do a little bit with everybody but it was good. I liked the bouncing and I like the squats as well. So and I feel good. I like to exercise. But next time we'll be in shorts.
All right, I do what we can do. So I wanted to kind of kick back to Hillary because we're right at the top of the hour before we go. Hillary, I'd like you actually to give us your final thoughts of the show, if you would. But before you do that, I wanted to ask you about how people can really start a regimen of bouncing in their lives, because a lot of it is really about habit, forming the habit of taking care of the body, just bouncing a short time a day.
Yeah. I tell people it's good to keep a journal or some kind of log or calendar or something where when you start on the journey of bouncing, to just kind of know how you felt, just like you say with the Izumio water. See how you feel now, and then as you drink it, notice the changes that are going on in your body, the good things that are happening. Because like Bernardo said, every individual's body is different. It's going through different things and need different things. And so if you're somebody that's suffering from you're not able to sleep, and it'll help you with relaxation as well as helping you to sleep. Being able to relax is a different animal from being able to sleep. Sometimes when you worked all day and your mind is thinking on your accounting and you're thinking on numbers and the problems at work and the this and the that, when you get home, everybody's at you saying, Mama, this and honey, this. You need some time to kind of relax and throw off the day, and have those moments where you can kind of reset, and bouncing on a mini trampoline will help you to do that.
Yes.
One of my favorite quotes from the person I learned from about lymphology, Dr. Samuel C. West, is the more you do it, the better you'll feel. The better you feel, the more you'll do it. So, it just takes you to I tell anybody, try it. Just try it. And what you need is what's going to happen in your body. The body is such a smart machine.
Yes, it is.
I wanted to say this too, because I like what you said. The more you do it, the better you will feel. And sometimes people start off slow because they're scared they may hurt themselves or something like that. But I think one of our earlier broadcasts, you talked about the fact that people could just sit on the trampoline if they can't bounce and just sit. And one day my back was hurting so bad and I tried it. I just sat there and I started bouncing on it and bouncing on it and bouncing on it. And I shared this story this morning. I was on a call with a friend of mine who's a doctor, one of the doctors I know. And I was sharing this story and I said, I went from just bouncing right here to this thing we do with our group over in Japan when we do the 100 abs. I do the dead bug. That's what it's called, right? The dead bug where all fours are up in the air. And I just was bouncing on the trampoline. And before I knew it, my back had loosened up. And boy, did I feel so much better. So people really, they can start, like you said, just from sitting and bouncing. I thought that was amazing too. I've never forgotten that. So thank you for sharing that.
It really is amazing that, I've seen where people who're dealing with like multiple sclerosis, they can't really just stand on it because they have a lot of times don't have their limbs are not working, won't allow them to, stand for certain periods of time, depending on how bad they have it. And being able to sit on it, even like I was sharing how you can sit on it and somebody else can stand behind you and bounce. And you're still going to get the effects of it.
Well,
that's
someone
just so amazing that it just takes it. Even if you sat on the side of your bed and bounced on that.
Yes.
Bouncing is bouncing at that point.
Well, Hillary, someone had this question. They may have come in the broadcast a little late, but Ms. Darnell says, how does bouncing help our lymphatic system? So we're going to answer that question. Hillary's got it, and then she'll kick the mic right over to Mr. Bernardo for his last comments of the evening. Hillary?
Okay. The bouncing is the number one way, Aaliyah, the bouncing is the number one way to work your lymphatic system because it works with gravity and the fact that all of the lymph fluid works up in the body. When you bounce, it causes the fluid to rush up and to be able to work the lymphatic vessels that go around your cells and suction out or vacuum out any excess trapped fluid, toxins, or any of those things, and allow oxygen to rush back in around your cells to allow that state of homeostasis, of well-being and balance, to cause you to feel better, have more energy, less pain, less inflammation, better sleep, and all of those beautiful things. And Mr. Bernardo, he opened our eyes tonight about hypnosis, which I just not got into, but my eyes were open to it just a few months ago, and that it's not just what we see on stage. And so I was really glad to hear you talk about what you do tonight. So it's on you now.
I wanna give my testimony on the trampoline because I have a small trampoline and I had to buy it, and I've done it for a few years because I have osteoporosis on my spine, and the doctor actually recommended for me to do 5 or 10 minutes a day. I would get 40 to 50 small little shots for the pain on my back. Right now, I haven't gotten them over a year, and thanks to the jumping of the trampoline.
Wow, that's great.
I do it. So I wanted to testify. That's why before the program was over, I want to testify that what you say on the trampoline and the bouncing, it's great because it helped me with my osteoporosis and also helped me with, I had some herniated discs. And so I started very slowly. And it's true what you said. Start on your own pace, at your own pace. And I gradually have increased. Sometimes I do 15, 20, 30 minutes. Now it's different. I go faster, slower, faster and slower. And I have it in my gym, but it does work. And that's all I wanted to share with you all.
That's great.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
So Angie?
Well, when Hillary was talking about, jumping, and I'm thinking that, as kids, that means that we were all doing the right things on jumping on our parents' beds or on our beds, right? Although, we didn't really have toxic bodies, as a child, but, then it brought to mind that, when we were gathered with family, that we have these bouncy houses. So I think a lot of our adults need to take advantage of a little bit of bounce, not realizing how beneficial it is for our bodies. It's not only just for fun, but we always want to do things for fun to help improve our health. But, you know, so that really came to mind. And even with Bernardo, you know, it was really important for us to relax. And I think that as time progresses, we don't realize what type of trauma that we have.
Yes.
That's left unraveled, that needs to be revealed. Sometimes we may just kind of go along with our lives thinking that things are just fine. But, you know, the great thing that you did, Bernardo, when we first started was just put us at a place just to relax, even before we even got started.
Yes.
And, you know, just taking that breath. And I know that Hillary mentioned about breath before as well. And, you know, to even just start our day that way, start our day, start our midday, and end the day. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's awesome.
Yes.
So, man, I've had a great show. We're going to take a quick break, and Lynn and I and Angie, I think, may be coming right back and tell you a little bit more about our upcoming shows. So we're going to take a quick break, and when I say quick, I mean quick. I mean like quick, like be right back.
All right, that was quick.
That was quick. That was real quick.
It's like, oh no, don't blink, you'll miss it. Yeah.
You're gonna miss it. But for real, we're gonna be right back. Hello and welcome back to more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Herod Diverges. We got another spectacular show for you that's gonna help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Herod Diverges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Herod Diverges. Click the link. Click the link now. All right. So, Lynn, I had an awesome time tonight with the bouncing. I'm telling you, when Hillary Gooden is in the house, you never know what's about to go down because she's gonna put it on you. Make sure you get your exercise and make sure that you meet yourself at the bottom of the bounce. So it was great. It was great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I always love having her here because it gives me a chance to go, oh yeah, this is playtime. It's not even like exercise, it's playtime. Okay.
Exactly.
It's very cool. I love it.
And Bernardo, he was as he always is. He was just phenomenal, extremely knowledgeable, as with Miss Hillary, and just a wealth of knowledge. And I can't wait to have him back on the show and have a person with him where he can hypnotize. It's going to be phenomenal. I've seen him, and it's amazing. So we have a show coming up on Friday. And Angie, you want to share with everybody who's on the show?
Sure. So this Friday will be our last Friday of the month, and we have 3 people coming on. Our theme will be, we're going to continue with the intuitive health theme. We will have Amy Ibarra and Ron White. They're both from the intuitive health with Amy and Ron. And then we also have Adam Ibarra, who will provide a testimonial.
Awesome. Fantastic. And I see we have Sarah Beth all the way from the Philippines. Good to see you, Sarah Beth. Always happy to have you. And Miss Darnell says, thank you for always giving us news we can use every Monday, Lotus and Lynn. Looking forward to your next show. Well, thank you so much. And we appreciate you. And we're looking forward to you being on our next show as well. So I've had a wonderful time. I'm sure the ladies have had a wonderful time, and I'm looking forward to our show on Friday. So please like, share, and tell somebody to come on through and get the news that they can use. So Lynn,
I love it.
Nardo talked about the hypnosis.
Yes, and I
don't know if I can hypnotize you, but hopefully If I hypnotize you, you'll sound like your favorite singer. And who is that?
Martha High.
Martha High. And as we say hello to Martha High for tonight, we say so long and goodbye. And we'll see you on Friday for more news you can use. Take care. Make sure you check out our other show, Bring Who You Are, as we present to you some of the top people on the planet. And check out the remarkable goddess